Hey, y'all. Coach's Corner here, man. Coach Marcus. We have a serious moment in the basketball family. We want to send our condolences to the Miramoy and his family, all the Health Science Falcons from Coach's Corner. To you guys, we love you. We send our condolences. Anything we can do to help, let us know. We're a phone call away. It takes a village, and we're here for you guys. Once again, we send our condolences. Amir, we love you. Welcome back, y'all. Here we are, man, with the Coach's Corner Post Up, baby. We back, episode 3, and we here. I'm Coach Marcus, and I'm here with my co-host, man. Let them introduce themselves, but y'all really know who they are already.
What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Quest. Happy to be back, episode 3. Man, it's been a minute. I know y'all been missing us, but we back.
Coach Stevie here. Happy holidays, happy New Year to everybody that's watching, tuning in. Excited for episode 3, and hope you all can tune in as much as we are.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
Man, Happy New Year, man. Happy holidays,
Year's.
man. How was everybody Christmas, holidays, everything like that? Y'all good?
I'm not complaining. I was in Florida, so I'm not complaining. 5 days in Florida, 75 degrees. I'm good. Nice and refresh.
All right.
Yeah, I can't complain. I went back to Maryland, see my family and friends, and just kind of took a nice little reset away. We were paused in our basketball world for CSAT just because of a couple sicknesses here and there, and had to reschedule a couple games. But it was nice to kind of refresh, kind of take a step away, but feeling good into the new year and ready to go finish out the rest of the season.
That's good for you guys. I was working. I don't know. We was on the road, man. We was in Vegas. I know it sounds like probably like a lot of fun, but, man, you in Vegas for basketball. We was at the Tarkanian Classic. Right from Vegas, we came home, went to Elmira, to the Josh Palmer tournament, came home, right back in the town of Pittsburgh, man. So, man, I've been up and down flights. It's been busy, man, but I'm happy to be back, man. Came back. People hit me while I'm out of town. Wasn't able to drop certain things because, again, I'm out there, I'm coaching, so it was my time. But, man, we back, man. Episode 3.
Yes, it is.
Episode 3, man. So, talk about it, man. What's been going on? I got caught up on some film. I spent last Sunday watching a bunch of film. I didn't even watch the Bills game because I was trying to get caught up on everything that was going on. All on high school sports, max preps, checking out the games, watching some huddle stuff. What you guys had going on, man? What stood out to y'all?
A lot of tournaments. Obviously, that's the Christmas time is a lot of tournaments take place. It's a nice opportunity for teams that don't often play against each other to interact and get some good bumps, so to speak. And just overall, just different types of competition as you get ready for, that mid-season to end-season push. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of teams are now 8 games in, 10 games in. Some teams are even pushing 11 games in. And so we're really starting to see kind of who's at the top right now and kind of who's maybe a little bit in the middle, who's on the way. And it's a lot of basketball being played. I know a lot of teams were playing 3-4 games in 6 days, 2 games in 7 days. And so hopefully everyone got rested and took care of what they need to take care of to finish out the season strong.
Nice. Well, let's get into our first segment, fellas, man. It's tip-off talk.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about some of the things that's been going on. Like I said, them tournaments and things like that. Where should we start? Man, let's start with the rankings, man. So I dropped the rankings. I had to go back and drop them rankings. Some things didn't happen.
Yep.
Canisius sits at number 1 for large schools.
Mm-hmm.
Akron sits at number 1 for small schools. I believe episode 1, it was somebody here that had a thing about Canisius, and it looks like early on, not even say early on, maybe we're a quarter into the season, halfway through. Somebody seems to be right about Canisius. Stevie?
Yeah, they are doing what I thought they would do. They are utilizing their bench depth. They're utilizing their role players in a way that is beneficial for them, and they're winning ball games at the end of the day. They've gone on the road a little bit. They were battle tested on the road. Came home, took care of business a little bit, as well. And so
big win last night. They beat Nichols for 57-47.
Yep.
Big win. Christian Gill played extremely well.
Yeah. What do you have? 16, 18?
So the stats for Canisius doesn't have any stats up, so I haven't been able to see.
All right. Okay.
But when you sitting at number one, everybody eats. They're not really thinking about that right now.
And you made a point earlier in the year or episode 1 about Elijah Jones. I think he's fit in really nicely for that program as well. A couple Player of the Game nominations as well in different settings. And so everyone's doing their role and they're utilizing their roles really well. They're utilizing their bench well, and I think they just one loss on the season right now. So what can you say?
Got you. St. Joe's, man, the Young Guns.
And those two clash in 2 days.
They play Friday.
Yeah, so they play Friday. So by the time y'all see this, the game would have already happened. But yeah, they play Friday, so that'll be a good test, 1 versus 2. I think after episode 2, I think I posted a question on my IG, and just what do the people want to see, and I had some St. Joe's players reaching out saying, we should be number 1. So now they got the opportunity. You gotta take down the 1 seed to get there.
Yeah, man. Joe's played well. They had a big game against the Falls. I did get a chance to watch that game.
We went to that game.
Went to the Falls game, and I also went to the Nichols game as well.
Okay,
that was.
I got a chance I had to watch both online. How was it in person?
I think it was one of the best atmospheres that I've seen in a while.
Both or.
I thought the Nichols game more specifically because of the fact that St. Joe's was down 15 late in the third going into the fourth quarter. And so they clawed back. They, changed up defensive adjustments. They trusted their handlers too. So Gary Alexander, they trusted Jerome as well, Jerome Shanklin, and took the game into OT and came down to a last-second shot. And Gary Alexander said, he's not scoring on me.
I saw that, man. So you had, I thought they was going to go pick and roll.
I thought so too, or even a pick and pop, because I thought Masiello or Bennett could potentially run kind of like an inverted pick and roll to maybe get a pop situation as well.
So in that situation, so as I'm watching it after it unfolded, I'm looking and I'm like, okay, I'm going, and this is just me, right? We get a little TED Talk Coach's Corner. I'm putting Jonah strong side corner, Jonah Thompson the shooter.
Okay, yep.
I'm going pick and roll with Masiello, Mitch, and Trey. For me, and maybe this is just me knowing, there's nothing in that G4 is switching, right? So now I know you're going to fight over this screen, so I want to set the screen. The big has to hedge, right? Or we getting Trey downhill.
Yes.
You can't help, because if you help off a jump, I'm kicking that. Got to shoot in the corner.
Jonah hit a couple threes already in that game
and I'm clearing out that side, right? Or I'm going to have opposite side. I might have Justin Bennett. So if you do help on a low man, I'm trusting either one of them to knock the shot down. But can you really be mad as you say, hey, I'm giving the ball to Trey, and you figure it out at that point? Like, I can't really be mad at that point, right? So, good game. Overtime?
Yeah, overtime. Benny hit a big shot to take it into overtime. It was kind of like a weird, I don't know if it was by design, but Nichols came down almost as if Joe's was giving up the 2 all the way, even though they were down 3. And at the last second, Benning came in transition. They kicked it out to Benning, and Benning knocked it down. So it was, overall good game. It was good to see Joe's kind of make a name for themselves, especially after the loss to the Health Science and then also to Cathedral Prep as well.
Yeah.
So they came in, they got back-to-back wins, and I said at episode 1, I needed to see more from them. I said it again, episode 2, I need to see more from them. They're currently 7-3 right now, and I'm standing on, they have proven me wrong so far. I'm excited to see what they do the rest of the year. I think they're either first or second in the league right now as well. So it's going to be a good game on Friday to see if they can kind of solidify who they really are.
Speaking of Health Science, man, Miramoy, 92 points. In 2 games.
Yeah.
School
went
record.
off last night for 57.
Big performance.
Big performance.
Big performance for Big Health.
Big Health, 57 points. That's a lot of buckets.
It's a lot.
What do we think about his performance?
And then even on top of that, if I'm not mistaken, Nas had 26, if I'm not mistaken. So like it was just almost like they was taking turns.
Wait a minute. This is bringing me to somebody else that says, you had a problem with Burgard's schedule last show, and you said you wanted to see them play a little bit more bump. So
I did say that.
How you feeling after today?
I feel like I feel like between Burgard's last 2 games, they played McKinley.
Okay.
Got beat by 30 plus, and then they ran into Health, and that was what it was. I think I want to say it was 60 points, 50 points, if I'm not mistaken. So in regards to Burgard, I just really felt like it was too early
to
tell for Burgard. And I think now that they have run into some, and they got a couple games coming up, I think, versus South Park. Somebody else on their schedule, I think is going to be some good competition for them.
Okay.
But I'm hoping now those 2 games back to back help them get back, retool, and refocus, and understand, it's cool to blow the people out that you're supposed to, but you still got to get up for those big, tough, competitive games.
Not mad at that, man. So we got Akron as a small school, number 1. Akron loses last night to Newfane.
They did.
So I'm at my son's game last night, and my phone's going off. I get a couple texts from you guys. Akron lost. What happened? Akron lost. What happened? So I guess Newfane, which I got to do some research on who exactly. Newfane had a player that was out, and he just got back healthy. Now, I did know Newfane to be pretty good because I got a chance to see them last year a couple times. Yep. But I haven't had the opportunity to see him this year. But I guess Newfane played well. I didn't get a chance to watch that game, but I definitely got to go back and see. Because I'm not going to lie. Episode 2, I thought Akron had the chance to go undefeated. But any given night in Western New York, right?
Any given night. It's a long season, too. And Akron had to travel out to Newfane as well, and so it was a road game. And they only put up 44 points, 59-44. That's not usual for Akron, but it seemed like everybody from Akron played as well. There wasn't anybody missing from the box score. So
but any given night, right? It's a long season. I think when we talked about episode 1, we talked about somebody going undefeated. You said that it's just such a long season that you really couldn't see it. It's such a grind. Any given night, right? Will North, my sleeper team. I want to take a little credit there. Shout out to Will North. They hooping. They knocked down Orchard Park last night.
I believe that's 3 in a row. They beat Lockport before that as well. And they're finding their groove. Chris Fagnan has started to pick it up a little bit. I know first half of the year he was kind of figuring things out a little bit. I don't know if it was off-season rust, but he's coming into his own. I really like this Grayson Goldie kid too. He's playing really well. Grayson Golan is it Goldie? I believe it's Goldie.
He is hooping.
Yeah, they got a big one tomorrow versus Jamestown. At Will North, I will be in the building.
You slider.
I will be in the building.
That's
so
fire.
I need to see this. I need to see it in person. I also want to see Jamestown. They're a little ways out, so I don't often get to see them. So it'd be nice to see.
So it's at Will North?
Yes, at Will North.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm going to slide out to that.
I got to slide to a rivalry game. I took that drive, hit that 90, went out to go see Dunkirk.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
Oh, good energy. Good energy. It was dope to see the reception from the kids, right? Because it is an hour away.
Yep.
And I had my hat on, so a couple of the parents was like, hey, you're the Coach's Corner guy. A couple of the kids like, yo, you came out. So that's kind of dope. And I think that's something that we, as a group, we need to make sure that we kind of take those drives and get out there because kids are watching, parents are watching, and it's kind of dope to take that drive. The energy was fire, to be honest, man. Because I didn't know that they was that close to each other. So my daughter goes to Fredonia to college. Sure. So I drive out there, but I'm just going to the college. I really never didn't realize how close they were in proximity. It was packed. When I pulled up to go park, I had to park all the way in the back behind near this dumpster and walk all the way around. I'm like, yo, I didn't know that.
They got a pretty big gym too.
No, it's packed though.
Yeah, they got a massive gym.
Did the game live up to the
Great
billing?
game. That Kavion Tell?
Yeah.
Kavion Tell.
He can hoop.
He
can hoop. So you get this sometimes, right, where you hear about these guys that's out further, whether it's all the way up north or all the way south, and you hear and you're like, oh, well, can they play, right? Right. Yes. Right.
Okay.
Basketball is universal. The game is the game. Go out there and see the kid he's as advertised. Got into some foul trouble. Okay. Got his rhythm, and then got into some foul trouble. Begged his coach to keep him on the floor, but it's second quarter, he got 3 fouls. Right. So I'm not doing it. Right. It's a rivalry game. You're up. But here's what I was looking for. I was trying to see how he was going to respond.
Okay.
When I tell you he was the first kid off the bench, every time out.
Love it.
On the bench clapping. He wasn't sulking. He didn't go to the end of the bench. It wasn't a woe is me situation. The kid, high energy, which I loved because that shows character.
Right. 100%.
Right. 100%. That shows the character in the sense of it's not about me. It's about us. It's about we. So I thought that was extremely dope. Great game. Fredonia, got to see your guy, RJ Koopman.
Yeah.
Great vision. Every time he got the ball, his head was up. I was looking for those things because what is he? Is he leading? He's leading section 6 in assists, correct?
He is as of right now. I think he has 60 or so on the year. He is. When we got to play him, it was just the same thing. It was super patient too. It was just waiting for that last second, that half second for his guys to cut. I think he has a really good chemistry with Colin Luce and Donovan Dowdy, and it showed. They're 7-1 for a reason, 8-1 for a reason.
I wish I could. I gotta see. I didn't check since I left. I wonder how many offensive rebounds he had total. The Dowdy, he don't stop.
Dowdy, yeah,
like he don't stop.
Strong kid too. Can't move him.
But no, it was good. It was good to see Dunkirk got the victory. Got to see when they play because I'm sure they play again.
Yeah, they run it back in. Give me 2 seconds.
Wouldn't mind sliding out to Fredonia.
Be at Fredonia.
Yeah, it'll be at Fredonia. So not mad about that.
Good gym too. Good atmosphere. They packed it out on a random Tuesday night when we played. So I'd imagine for that game it's going to be even more. May have to get there a little bit early.
Y'all would never get there. I got there maybe 10 minutes for the game. Yeah, at that point I'm late.
Yep.
So yeah, no, that was cool. Any other thing? What other games kind of caught y'all attention over the break?
I think those were really the big ones, especially the ones that I got to see right before I left. Those were the big ones. The 2 St. Joe's games were the big ones for me. But yeah, just kind of we talk about the patterns and talk about what's kind of the habits that are building up. I am a little shocked at how much zone is being played.
A lot of zone.
I saw you put it out there on the full court press as well.
A lot of zone being played.
I did not. I don't know if it's trying to save guys in foul trouble. I don't know if it's just kind of getting back into basketball shape. But halfway through the season, and teams are switching pretty consistently to a trapping zone. Maybe it's a three-quarter court zone, but a lot of zone presses, a lot of zone matchups, a lot of schemes that are being drawn up.
And it's not like to throw you off a little bit. Like they sit in it. Like they'll sit in it and they'll live in that zone. I mean, granted, as a coach, if you see something working, why switch?
Of course.
But it is, normally most times, and again, each coach is different, but you throw something at a team to throw their rhythm off a little bit, and then you get back into your bread and butter. And it's one of those things where it feels like when teams feel like they can't keep up in man-to-man, they go zone and just try to, either pack the paint or turn you into a shooting team, and just got to prove to them that you can either knock down shots or you can still get to the rim or even get, to the high post, to the mid-range, and still get your looks. So, yeah, I think for me, that game, Joe's and Falls, because Falls, they travel. So that gym was rocking. Again, it was close to standing room. Like, you had to get there early. Who's who was in the building.
Gotcha.
There was a lot of people there. I think I would have loved to see what happened if Trey didn't get hurt. Trey sprained his ankle, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say second quarter, and he had probably hit 3 or 4 threes at that point. I mean, he had the crowd going. Like, it was a game. JJ came out early, set the tone, offensive rebound. I think he finished with, 8 rebounds total. I mean, from a guard, that's
tough.
So, but I would love to see how that game finished if Trey didn't get hurt. Shout out to Coutinho. He held it down. Jeremiah Ship.
I like him a lot. I like the Coutinho kid. I like the Coutinho kid a lot.
They held it down when Trey went out.
He's one of the better defenders in the area too. Because we gotta highlight the defenders.
Facts. For
I
sure.
didn't get a chance to add him because when I did the full court press, didn't get a chance to add him. Watched some film after I released it, and then saw, I like him. I think. Are we surprised? Got to shout out the kids, but Coach Carlos, right? Yep. That's Niagara Falls bread and butter is 100%. The ability to defend, always 100%. Getting up, and they don't have a night off.
No.
There's no night off with that type of schedule that you play. So those guards are seeing all type of different variety of guards that's coming to play. So between Ship and Seabury and
Dre
Gale
Lewis
and Dre Lewis, shout out to Dre. There's no way you play for Carlos and don't defend. I don't even think you'll get on the floor. So shout out to them guys over in Niagara Falls. I don't know. Oh, Tapestry, man. Tapestry has been hooping. Shout out. They're playing right now. What's going on with that Eaton game?
Let me double check for you real quick.
Because that's Eaton. Eaton played Medina real tough the other day.
Yep. I think it was only a 2-possession game, maybe 3-possession game.
I want to say it was 56, 58, 56, 59.
Right down the stretch.
The Janko brothers, they're coaching very well. Shout out to them over at Eaton. They definitely coach. What it look like?
So at the end of the third, Tap is up 14, 58-44.
Okay,
44.
Tap got a lot of athletes. Coach Mike playing everybody. They're getting up and down, so nobody's getting tired. I I mean, they really do get up and down. So it'll be interesting to see with the schedules when they line up against some other people to see how it plays itself out.
They got one coming up versus Global I'm interested in.
Tapestry and Global. Okay. Yeah.
And we got we get them again. Ours was rescheduled January 24th.
Okay.
So we'll see them. We were supposed to play right before holiday break, but again, we had a couple sicknesses, couldn't get things situated, but happy to reschedule. It's going to be at TAP on a Saturday afternoon, but hopefully everyone's going to show out and create that rivalry like we always talk about.
If you know, you know.
Oh yeah, you gotta be in the building for that.
Yeah.
No, that's dope, man. That wraps up our tip off talk, man. Let's get into our next one, man. Let's get into our fast break segment.
Let's do it.
Let's get into our fast break segment. So, what's the best all around performance that you've seen recently that stands out to you guys? Let's go, Coach Quest.
So I'm going to. I guess I'm a double back. I'm a double back to Jerome Shanklin versus Niagara Falls. I feel like early he did a good job controlling the game. He did a good job at controlling what Niagara Falls was giving him. He ended up finishing with I believe 18-8. And I think he was real poised. They didn't speed him up. He got to his spots. He got to the free throw line, knocks down some big shots. I think that was either his first or second game after missing a couple.
Okay.
So it was just nice to see, just that kind of composure, the continued development, the continued, and in that atmosphere, it's easy for you to, or certain players to, to shrink in certain situations. And in that situation, he handled his business.
Coach?
I think I'm looking at more so maybe not a game, but right now I got 4 guys who are approaching the 50, 40, 90 club.
Okay.
I know we talked about that at the episode 1 with Dame Brown. Dame Brown's back in it this year, but also Charlie Croft, Amir Moore, and Kavion Tell, who we just spoke on. All four of them, they got it on the field goal percentage, they got it on the 3-point percentage, and then they are 86, 87, 88, and 85 free throw percentage respectfully. Yeah. So I'm overall, 50, 40, 90 is tough to do. It's not easy. And we're also talking about guys 28.9 points per game, 24.3 points per game, 32.1 points per game, and 24.2 points per game. So it's not like they're not having the ball in their hands, right? They're taking the majority of the shots. They are leading their teams, and they're being super efficient with how they're handling it as well. So those 4 guys in the 50, 40, 90 club, I'm excited to see if that kind of carries over a little bit more. But those are right now in this type in Western New York, it's impressive.
Not mad at that. If I had to pick a player right now, just all around continuous on the pop-up that I see is between Harlem, Brandon over at Kimmer West, and Justin Kleitz over at Iroquois.
Yep.
Just every time I turn around, they're getting between 28 to 35 points a game, but what I'm also seeing is 5-6 assists, and
5 steals, 6 steals.
I want to say 6 to 9 steals.
And then rebounds too.
So, yeah, I want to say those 2 guys are 2 guys that are continuously popping up when I think about guys that are having those all-around performances. And got to throw in R.J. Koopman because I want to say he's leading in triple-doubles.
Really?
He has 1. I think he has 1, and he was very close on the second one.
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay. There's been a couple triple-doubles. I have to go back and look.
Weston Cummings from Orchard Park versus Sweet Home.
Yep.
16, 10, and 10. So that's just triple-doubles in general are hard to come by.
Right.
Regardless of what you're playing, who you're playing, and to be able to be in that category. I haven't seen many triple-doubles in my time coaching in Western New York, and so
Agreed.
To see it live, okay, wow. I mean, it's what we expect, especially from Koopman, and it seems like Weston Cummings is a nice piece for that Orchard Park team as well.
Not mad at that. So one player that you feel is impacting the game that's not scoring, because oftentimes we always talk about the guys who score, right? So what about those guys that's doing the other thing? Who's a player that you've noticed that done something? I'm going first on this because I don't want anybody to steal my guy. Angel Pedro over at Health Science.
Okay.
Angel is rebounding. He's defending. He's diving all over the floor. So I'm going to say Angel over at Health has been doing an outstanding
unsung hero
job
for that team too. I
100%.
think you forget with Amir, you forget with Nas, even with Witt over there too. They got a lot of guys, and Zay Hawkins is back healthy as well. But he is cleaning up everything. He's finding his role nicely. He's producing in a way that he should be producing. Also 12 blocks on the year too. So you're contributing in a way that's really beneficial for that team that needs it.
So that's the guy that I got.
He tagged me in a 5-minute defensive highlight video. That was beautiful to watch.
So
it was just beautiful to watch. Because I know him, and he probably got some. So I'm gonna go.
Go ahead,
please.
And I want give me Prin Jackson from Baker.
Parker.
Huh?
Barker? Prin Jackson?
Barker. Yeah. Barker.
He was on my list.
So I had to get in there before him. So Prin hasn't scored more than 12 points in the game all season, but he has games. Now, keep in mind, he is a 5'6" senior guard. He has games with 17 rebounds, 12 rebounds. He's averaging 6 assists and averages about 4 to 5 steals a game. That is somebody that is putting his imprint on the game without having to score the basketball.
Nice.
At 5'6", 17 rebounds, hey.
Yeah, I mean,
he's doing a great job boxing out. I tell you that, because you ain't telling me he's going to go get him with the trees, so he got to be boxing out.
Got to be doing something.
That's fire. Shout out to him.
for me, I'm going to go with Ozra Nagarmbo from Amherst. He is their 6'7" big.
Oh, yes.
So he's kind of had a nice little career over there where kind of been developed the last year. I don't think he played as much last year just with the kind of the talent that they had.
Okay.
But this year he's tied for third in rebounds. He's first in blocks, and he's just a massive paint presence that not many people now want to go into the paint because he is there. And so when I think about someone defensively for a team that also gets out in transition pretty heavily, they're 5-3 on the year. He is the catalyst for a lot of what that is. Walling up, doing a good job, not fouling, staying in the game, and then being able to snag a rebound, kick it to his guards, and kind of letting them go to work in transition. So I'm going to shout out Ozra at Amherst. He's playing well.
No, for sure. I got a chance to see him when Ken West played Harlem and then played in a tournament. Harlem at Ken West played Amherst, and I got a chance to see the kid rebounds a lot, active, sets good screens, never stops moving. So
we played them at home, so we got to see it up close and personal.
Okay.
Shout out to him. He had his first 20-point game last night for Star Point.
Nice.
So he dropped 20 last night at Star Point. So shout out to Ezra.
Nice. What's one trend that you feel is coming lately? I'm gonna refrain because I already said mine is the zone. I see a lot of teams playing zone, which I haven't in the past. A lot of teams typically play man, and you had a few teams that's known for playing zone.
Sure.
But I'm seeing that from a lot of teams now playing zone. What's another trend that you guys have seen in basketball, whether you like, love, or hate?
I'll go for the pace of play is significantly increased. I feel like this year specifically over the last couple, a lot of teams are wanting to push in transition and they're wanting to get their attacking wings downhill and get their guards that they know that they need to have the ball in their hands in space. And so when I'm watching some of these games, I'm going to some of these games, it's a lot faster, I feel like, than in years past. Not a lot of half-court sets. You still have your teams that are going to run their stuff, but it's been a lot more kind of, hey, we're gonna stop you on the defensive end. We're gonna get our one stop, and then we're gonna push in transition to kind of get as many possessions as possible.
Got you. Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with the offensive explosion that has been happening so far, early, midway through the season. I mean, we've had maybe. Just off the top of my head, I want to say 6 or 7 teams that have scored over 100 points already. Some teams doing it multiple times.
Nichols had 101. Health had 118 last night.
Right, very close.
Grand
I think
Island.
Nichols had 99 at one point as well.
Yep.
I think Grand Island might have been real close, but also more so to the individual scoring outputs. I think right now over 20 points. I think there's between 16 and 20 players in Section 6 that are averaging more than 20 points. And, night in and night out, it's a couple things. It's trust from your coach to allow you to continue to take those shots, but also, credit to the work that has been put in by those players that have allowed them to be put into those situations to where they're getting the amount of shots that they're able to get. So I think the offensive output is something that is, definitely trending up. You see a lot of more high-scoring teams. I think right now there are 6 teams averaging more than 65 points a game right now in Section 6, and that's just a lot. It's a lot of points.
What's one team that you're surprised at the success they had that you didn't expect? Like who's standing out to you if there's a team that comes to your mind that's standing out? I'll go. For me, it's Tapestry. I didn't expect this from Tapestry, to be honest with you, being undefeated right now. Having those guys kind of all that just played at similar positions where as you sub in and sub out, you don't lose. anything and you can keep rolling. So I would say for me, it's Tapestry. That's the team that's kind of just unexpected that I wasn't expecting. What about you guys?
I'm gonna go Will North. One of your sleeper picks. I didn't expect what they're putting out right now. They've won 6 of their last 7 games, if I'm not mistaken. They lost too early. Sorry, they have won 4 of their last 5 games. They lost too early, 5-3 on the season. And obviously the big win, but I think they're getting all around scoring from all over the place. They're getting contribution from multiple people over there. So I'm Will North was one that really shined. I saw him last year, and I felt like they were getting there, but I think they took a big step this year, and I'm really surprised at what they're doing over there.
Nice.
For me, it's going to be Lancaster in AAA.
Okay.
They are. I don't think their record shows exactly what kind of team they are, but they've had some really big wins on the season. They took down Lockport. They played a tough game against Ken West, if I'm not mistaken, as well. And I just thought they were still similar to how we described Will North. I thought they were still kind of like years away, and they're playing it fast. They had, Ryan Smith has been very good for them. The transfer coming in to Lancaster as well. So I think Lancaster is going to be a team to potentially keep your eye on moving forward. I know they play in a hefty division in AAA, but they are taking care of what they need to take care of outside of the AAA teams.
Nice. Well, that's going to wrap up our fast break segment. Fellas, we're going to move on to our next segment, which is one of the most fan favorite segments that I get. Y'all know what it is. Bucket or brick.
Let's go.
Bucket or brick. Who want to kick it off first with a bucket or brick?
Go ahead.
For me,
go ahead.
As a question.
As a question.
Cool. Bucket or brick.
Yep.
The MMA is the best league in Western New York.
Oh, bucket. I don't have to wait for that one. And the reason I say this, that's funny you brought that up. I'm going to say bucket, number one. The reason I say this is because it goes back to kind of what he said, right? Like you said, it's a bunch of guys averaging over 20 a game, right? Mm-hmm. I do think who you play on a night in and night out basis isn't always as tough, right? Sure. So that helps, right? Some people may disagree, and that's fine. And feel free to reach out. You disagree, you can come sit on this couch and we can have that conversation. But I'm gonna say bucket with the MMA because right now you only have a couple guys. Two guys.
Two averaging more than 20.
Oh, hold on. Cam Barge nickname is now Duffel Bag. If you don't know who Cameron Barge is over at Park, go watch his highlights. It's crazy. He getting in his duffel bag. Shout out to Cam. But Cam and Trey Palfrey, if I'm not mistaken, is over. So you only got 2 guys, right? We're in Section 6. You have more. Night in and night out. Now, I know some people argue due to the fact that you can pick where you want to go. You're paying to go there. It's different. Sure. They can recruit and this, that, and the third. But I still do think it's the toughest league in the area. So I'm going to say bucket.
You want to ask the next one?
No, go. It's a bucket of brick.
All right. Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go bucket.
Look, he's trying to hide it.
Where's the buzzer? I got the buzzer the first time around. Where's the buzzer on this time?
He's trying to hide it because he's a Section 6 coach. No. Nah, answer the question, coach.
No, I'm gonna go bucket. I definitely think MMA and just going to their games and seeing, the depth that some of these teams have, and that they get multiple scoring outputs. You have multiple defenders. So it's more competitive MMA over the Section 6. So I'd say bucket.
Coach?
I'll take brick. I'll take brick. There's a couple leagues I really like, and I'll be biased in Niagara Frontier League. I think we have a lot of teams that when we play 2 times a year, we compete. A lot of the teams are, towards the top of the standings, top of their sections, top of their classes. But also, ECIC is also a massive division. I know there may be some speculation because they have 22 teams, 24 teams, whatever the case may be. But a lot of the, again, top teams in come playoff time are ECIC 1 through 5, whatever you want to name it. But I guess you would argue with the division of ECIC 1 through 5. I would take I think I'd take ECIC 1. Okay. If I'm going to take a league over in specific in ECIC, but I'm gonna say brick.
So you know what? We still in bucket or brick, but this is kind of like a small segue because this is something I was thinking about. This is something that I would love to propose to I don't know who would that need to be, like a Section 6 thing, an MMA thing. I know in New York City, from conversations that I've had, they have their own thing in the city before you get to like sectional play.
Okay.
So what I think would be dope in this area, maybe you guys got to throw back a couple regular season games. What if prior to Buff State, before we break off into sectionals and things like that, it's a round robin NCAA type. We lining it up,
top
MMA
64,
Section 6, and we doing it. That would be crazy.
That'd be
So
dope.
like first round matchup, you get a Canisius versus a Health Science. You get a Timon versus Orchard Park.
Yeah.
And you're playing for the bragging rights of the area as the best team in the area because everybody lines up and play. Because you have teams like, I'm excited about the Center Classic. I get to see Akron play St. Mary's. Like, you don't get to see those things.
It doesn't happen often. It's always just kind of like that one-off instant too. It's never, okay, I'm gonna play 3 teams in this division. I'm gonna play 3 teams in the league versus, if you're just getting into league play, stuff like that.
So, and then it doesn't hurt anything, right? Because you're losing a couple regular season games, and then you get into your regular league play. So if you lose, okay, you lost, but now you get into go where you're classified at, right?
Yep.
So something like that I think would be dope because I know they do it in New York City. Because I remember with our girls, we had to wait to go play whoever the team was because they were doing their own thing first, and then they got back to their Arsenal. So I think that is something that would be dope. So
maybe something Coach's Corner can sponsor.
Hey, man, you never know, man. I do have them conversations and think about things. And once we put stuff pinned to the pad, you never know what can happen. So 2026, it's a lot of things coming, but we're gonna be quiet on that. Coach, what you got for Bucket or Brick?
Let's go. Okay, so let's go because there's rankings that are done on the show.
For sure.
One big win should jump you automatically no matter what.
That's a brick.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is you need consistency. And because so how does it work, right? I would say brick. And the reason I say brick because if you're beat somebody, you're not in the top 10 and this team that you beat they're like 6. They don't fall out the rankings because you beat them, right?
Right.
You might have got up for the game and they didn't get up for you because as I said once before, we are your big game. You are not our big game. Now, my whole point is, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, but like, you might not get up for that team. Right, sure. And that's just, I don't want to say any names in general, but you may not get up for it. So do I drop you out the rank because you had a bad loss when then this team turns around and loses to somebody that's not even in that class?
Right.
Those things happen. So for me, I'm going to say brick.
Yeah, I'm going to say brick too. I think to your point, you need consistency, but you just need to prove that you can continuously win in Western New York, continuously win in MMA, continuously win, if you play out-of-state teams as well. And, I think about the rankings in college football. I think about the rankings in college basketball.
Yep.
A team, in a 30-game season, they lose 2, they may still be ranked in top 10.
Sure.
They still may be 15, 20, 25th, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, I think, yes, those big wins are nice, but I also think that those small wins start to add up, especially if you're taking care of business in a way that you should be.
Case in point, right? Niagara Falls is ranked in our rankings, correct? Mm-hmm. So with Niagara Falls being ranked, if you look at their record, you see, I believe they're 2-5, 2-5, 2-6, right? So they're ranked. So if you see their record, you would go, oh, but who are they playing?
Right.
And then they're not getting blown out when they play. 2-point loss, 1-point loss, 6-point loss, 5-point loss. They're battling the best of the best. I have to reward you for who you are playing. Sure. A la how you said, you need to see more from Burgard in that sense, right? There's a couple other schools like that. This is why I'm a big advocate. If you are a coach and since your non-league games don't matter, schedule the bump.
Yep.
Schedule the bump. It don't hurt you. Every time I see Coach Carlos, it's, man, these games will get us ready for the sectionals. Man, these games will get us ready for the sectionals.
And they do.
So his mindset is, I don't care about racking up X amount of wins. What I care about is getting my guys prepared when it's go time, we ready to roll.
Yep.
I can't be mad at that because at the same time, us over at O'Hara, Coach Nick, shout out to Coach Nick, that's been his mantra, right? Like we went out to Vegas. We went 1-3. But the teams that we lost to are better than the teams that we could have stayed and played here, right? Sure. On top of getting that experience. So baptized by fire a lot of times. So I'm not mad at that. I got one bucket or brick.
Okay.
Coach Husband is one of the most underrated coaches in Western New York. Or do you feel like it is just due? Then you would say it's a brick. But do you feel, I would say bucket or brick, Coach Husband is one of the most underrated coaches in Western New York?
I'm gonna go bucket, and I'm gonna go bucket because he's one of those coaches that, because he does it under the radar, he doesn't. It's not a lot of fanfare with him. He has a job. He knows what his job is. He knows what his role is. But not only to develop basketball players, but to mold young men. And I think because of the role that he has, because he isn't, me, or he isn't like, look at what I got going on. It's business as usual. It is, to the point. So I'm gonna go bucket.
I'm gonna go brick. I think he was underrated maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I think now with his recent success and continuous recent success, I think he's now being looked at as probably one of the better coaches in the area and preparing his team and handling in-game adjustments, however it may be. So I'm gonna say he's right where he needs to be rated wise, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. No, I get that. For me, I say bucket, and I think he's underrated. It could just be for me in the circle, square, whatever that I'm around. But when I hear chatter of some of the best Western New York coaches, he doesn't get mentioned a lot. Again, like I have a ton of conversations that people have with me off camera, right? That I have. So when I hear those, I'm like, right. And then I got a chance myself, and I told him this myself at an event. Oh, you can coach, right? Because I'm one of those guys that, okay, you got a lot of talent. Some people can win with talent.
Right.
But then when you have a roster that's not saying you didn't have the talent, but you don't have those star names, right? That stands out like before Declan.
Underrated team for sure.
Right. So you have, and it's like, oh, it's still business as usual. It don't matter who comes through. At the end of the day, the system is the system. The results is the results. So I would say bucket because at times I felt like he doesn't get his just due. But yeah, shout out to him because I just think he does a great job of trusting his guys. Nothing else showed that other than the championship last year when he was playing guys in the championship game. That I'm like, you going 9, 10, 11, 12 deep in your roster. Like, all right. Like, okay. But you trust those guys because you prepared them throughout the way for those. So shout out to him for that. I love coaching. I said it about the coach over at Eaton, even though you're saying Tapestry's up right now. Like, I think the Jenko brothers are really good coaches. Like, I had to hit Rob and I let him know, like, I watched them a couple of years back run the Triangle 2. And I haven't seen that in a long time. Like, you don't see that, right? And they ran it to perfection. So, and then with Eaton, they don't typically have, like, a lot of guys in that sense. So to could be consistently be good, like you're putting something in those guys as far as like your coaching, what you got going on, the X's and O's. So I like board talk. I like to see guys work. So yeah, shout out to those guys. So yeah, I would say with Coach, I would say that's a bucket because I don't think he gets just due.
So one more, bucket or brick. The Post Up podcast needs to have a chalk talk.
Oh, bucket. We gotta have a talk. You know what I'm saying? Because like people, some people know I'm nice on that board. The only guy that I feel is, and this is just the cockiness in me, right? Like nice on that board, in game, like not just. I mean, in game, in the moment. I need a bucket. I gotta draw something up. I think I'm nice with it, but I done worked along this guy next to me. And, he can cook up some heat. So no, we gotta have figured that out how to have a talk. Like I said, big things coming in 2026 with the podcast.
Facts.
I love some of the conversations that I'm having and where we're gonna go, and the things that we're gonna be able to do. So those things are coming. So I know that's a bucket.
Yeah, that's a bucket for me. One of my favorite things is to analyze plays and to talk about new schemes and concepts and just learn and be a student of the game. Right. I think we talk a lot about the kids and the athletes being, how are they getting better? What are they doing in the off season? Same thing applies to coaches, right? The amount of reels or the amount of YouTube shorts I'm watching that has some sort of, oh, here's a good drill for this, oh, here's a good drill for that. If you're not learning, how are you expecting your team or yourself to even get better? So yeah, it's a bucket for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go bucket as well. I mean, and to your credit, as you said, I mean, the guy sitting to my left, I mean, he's been by my side for the last 5 years, and when he speaks, I'm listening. So I don't call him. He's not my assistant coach. He's my co-coach.
Gotcha. So that's fire. That's
my guy.
I'm not mad at that.
That's my guy.
I'm like that, man. One of my favorite coaches that I take from quite often is Coach Rowe over at Timon. I mean, I got the luxury. I got a kid there, so I can peek in at practice. I can see things. I can ask questions, and I mean, he helps me immensely. He probably get pissed that I'm mentioning the fact that he helps me because he likes to stay low key. But I mean, I stole a play just yesterday, and I'm running it tomorrow. So when it works, I'll just send him. It works like I love those things, right? Those sets, those like he runs a lot of stuff that you see that he ran over there in Europe and stuff like that. I'm like.
A lot of movement, a lot of cuts, a lot of screening actions.
And like this one specific play got like 7 options off of it. I'm sitting there like, all right, I got these young girls. We'll probably get through 3 of them, but the other 4, like, no, that's somebody who helps me a lot in that sense. All right, fellas, that's gonna wrap up the bucket or brick segment, man. We're gonna move on to our next segment, which is the Rising Stars segment. Cool. It's the Rising Stars. Let's talk about some guys who's rising. They don't have to be underclassmen. Let's talk about some stars that's going. I'm gonna go first, man. That kid Brady Cons out of listen, Brady is balling. Brady is balling. Like, he's a shooter. And I'm gonna say Kobe Janko is one of the better shooters. That's somebody else we forgot to mention as one of the best shooters. They're lighting it up. I would love a 3-point shooting like all-star break type thing. I'm not a fan of the all-star games, and the reason I'm not a fan, guys don't play real basketball in them, right? They do it more like a showcase based upon what you see on TV. I want to see guys get up and defend. Like if I was to ever, people keep asking me, I don't want to do an all-star or showcase or things like that. It's not something I'm into right now. But if I was to do like a all-star selection type thing, I want guys to like, if we do this, we really got to come play. Because I want to see you line up against this kid that you, like, let me see you line up against him. 10 dudes, 15, whatever, and who's who. Like, play, get up and defend. We not trying to play basketball, right? So I would love like a shootout because Brady Cons and Kobe Janko. It'd be interesting to see.
Top 5 in 3-point made this year too.
Who's the other 3? You got offhand?
Charlie
Croft?
Yeah.
From 3? I mean, I thought he was more of a mid-range demon.
Nah. Hold on.
As of right now, he's shooting 40% from the 3-point line.
Shout out to Charlie. Hey, he committed to Damon. Always another guy that's gonna be playing at the next level. So
stay local too, or in the area. Playing in Damon. Nice little.
Can't be mad at that. It's one of the top D2 schools in the country. Yep. Coach Mack is always recruiting locally. Shout out to Coach Mack. We love you over here at Coach's Corner. But yeah, no. So I got Brady. I got Brady, man. Brady is lighting it up.
See, I knew I should have went first.
No. I got you there.
You can go for this one. Yeah.
So, okay, you know what? Then fine. I'm gonna double down, go Brady, but I'm gonna put some context behind it.
Okay, go ahead.
As a freshman, he already got 4 20-point games. He is top 5 in 3-point makes. And if my research does me correctly, with at least 50 attempts, he has the best shooting percentage at 46% from the 3-point line as a freshman.
That's he putting in some work, ain't he?
So, hey.
Who you got, Coach?
I got 2 guys over at Springville Griffith.
Okay.
So first we've been talking a lot about coaches. Shout out Coach Al Monaco over at Springville Griffith. 400 wins. 400 wins. That is impressive. That is a huge milestone. That is a major accomplishment. Shout out to you.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He got his first one in 1985.
1985.
Wasn't even born yet.
I was 2.
I don't think I was thought of.
Like, hey, yeah, shout out to you, Coach. 400, man, that's a lot.
400 a lot, but he has 2 guys, 2 sophomores, Marcus Heichberg and Carson Glass. They're both averaging 10.7 points per game, and then they are 21 rebounds, 32 rebounds respectively, and then also 27 steals and 16 steals. Marcus is currently T9 in Western New York in steals. So these are guys that are kind of, again, finding their roles. We talk about knowing your role all the time. They're not over, doing a whole bunch with the scoring option, but they're doing what they need to do from a rebounding standpoint, from a steal standpoint, from an assist standpoint. And I mean, shout out to Springville Griffith. They're 6-1 right now too, playing some good ball. So you're leading, you know in your role and helping your team with some victories.
I hate giving these guys credit because they troll me often because I love them so much and I've been around them. Those young boys over there at St. Joe's, man, they're throwing the idea that you got to be an older group out the window.
100%.
Okay. Because 100%. They're hooping. I mean, when you look at it, like, I mean, they're number 2. They got Canisius coming up. We'll get to our picks and games in a minute, but they're finding ways to win, and they're leaning on those guys, right? Whether it's JJ one night, G4, and it's not just the scoring aspect, right? It's the defending, it's the rebounding, it's getting guys open, creating open shots. Shout out to Jazzy Lott.
Landon's played really well.
Landon has been defending. Landon's
really
one of the better defenders, and the reason why I say that, some people say, "Oh, does that?" You have to want to defend. Defending is effort. It's want to.
Intensity.
It's intensity, and Landon consistently will go out and try to guard the best guy. Right, so that is I love that from him, highlighting some of him as a defender. But I got to give those young guys, man, because they're hooping over there, right? And they're finding ways to win. You beat Nichols, you beat I do think that health game is different if JJ plays.
100%. I would agree.
Obviously, it's a what if type situation. Can't see it again because it is what it is. But at home,
you see him in the March Madness tournament though in 2026.
That'd be fire. That'd be fire. So I got to give him some love. Who else we got, man? Again, it's not just the young guys. It's who's been performing at just a consistent high level that is rising up in those ranks in the area as an individual player.
I'm gonna go with Jeremiah Wilkes over at Grand Island. Since Jace has left, shout out to Jace. He's at N-Trip right now, hooping over there. But since then, it was gonna be all eyes on Dane. Like everybody knew it was all eyes on Dane.
KJ.
I'm sorry. KJ.
Y'all kill me.
My fault.
Real names be throwing me off sometimes. Shout out to KJ.
But he has stepped in and he has contributes, averaging about 13 points a game. He defends normally the other team's best player. But he has come in and he has seen his role increase from his freshman year to his sophomore year. And it seems like he has just he's thrusted into that moment and he has accepted it.
Gotcha.
And he is playing right alongside. I don't think he made the Florida trip, but I would have loved to see how that second game they played in Florida would have shaped out differently if he would have played.
Not mad at that.
Last two I got on my radar to continuously think about is Evan Morphy, the sophomore big from Will North. So we're talking about Will North as a sleeper.
Yeah.
He is last year 5.7 points per game. This year up to 11.7. 5 games above double digits with also 2 double doubles. So you're helping to kind of clog the paint for that team, but also contributing on the offensive end as well. So excited to see what he did. I didn't see his stats for the game against OP. They weren't posted as of when I checked, but hopefully he had a good game there. And then also too, sophomore out of Hamburg, Zach McDonald, averaging 17 points per game with 2 games over 20.
Zach played AAU for me for a hot second.
Really?
Came out. You could see it in him early on. Zach is all right. I'm not mad at that at all. So shout out to Zach over there in Hamburg. Got some milestones. Some guys that had some milestones that I wanted to shout out. If you guys don't mind.
No, go for it.
We already mentioned Charlie Croft committed to Damon. Shout out to Charlie. That's dope.
Congrats, Charlie.
I'm gonna botch his name. I love Will over there at
Sabluski.
Say it again, Coach.
Sabluski.
Say his whole name.
Will Sabluski over at St. Mary's.
At St. Mary's, he got 1K points.
He did in Florida.
Got 1,000 balls. So that's fire. Jarrell Neely over at Medina, he got 1,000 career points. Jaden Johnson, class of 2025 over at Jamestown. They inducted him into the Jamestown Wall of Fame.
That's cool.
Oh, nice.
So I thought that was pretty dope. Shooter over there, Newport, Mr. Barnwell Graydon.
Yes, he did.
Got his 1K ball. Justice Kleitz, he's not Iroquois' all-time leading scorer.
I believe he broke his brother's record.
Broke his brother's record.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, now the little brother can, talk a little bit. Not mad at that. Harlem got his 1K.
He did.
You guys had a front row seat to Harlem get his 1K?
We did. Harlem had been texting me probably for a week prior, and he hit me up and he was like,
I saw in his story you were circled as the 1K game.
It was
before the game was even played. He put 1-6-26.
No, that's the fact. So you the reason for all the scoring outbursts that he had just so he can get his 1K against you.
Probably.
So I literally told him, listen, if you get it, you're gonna work for it. And he came in, he did his job. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Harlem.
Congrats to Harlem.
TK over at Olmsted, he's the all-time leading scorer over there at Olmsted. So I thought that was pretty dope. So those are some of the things that I've seen that kind of stood out.
It's just super impressive too, right? These are guys that probably played 4 years, even some of them maybe even just 3 years on varsity, and have continuously put the work in. And real quick on Harlem, I think if Harlem averages 15 the rest of the way, he has a chance to become the Ken West all-time leading scorer as well. I believe 2008 leader is at 1172, and he's currently at 1,002. So if he around 15, definitely 20 a game, and the way he's scoring the ball has a chance to also be the all-time leading scorer in Ken West.
You might
Hopefully he doesn't do it when we see him again, on the second time around.
Yeah,
so that'd be
got him the
fun.
second time around. So
God bless, fellas. God bless. I ain't mad at that. Fellas, that's going to wrap up our Rising Stars segment. We're going to get into the last portion of the show. Which is our final buzzer. So this is just where we get into our thoughts. We get into our predictions and different things like that. So we got some big games coming up. None bigger. The biggest rivalry in Western New York is coming up. St. Joe's versus Canisius. Coach Quest, who do you got? St. Joe's or Canisius?
I am going to put my faith in the Young Guns.
They making you believers.
My faith, mainly because also Canisius has to go to their gym. So Canisius has to go to St. Joe's.
That's a tough gym to play. The Rowdies are the best.
Yep.
I'm going to say St. Joe's has the best Rowdies fan club, whatever you want to. Even though they trolled me when my son airballed, it was hilarious. It was Coach's Corner. Your son sucks. I couldn't stop laughing. But getting to see them up close and personal for 4 years because my older son went there. That's a tough gym to play, and it's a smaller packed gym.
Everything kind of.
So that's a tough way to play. So you going with St. Joe's?
I'm gonna go St. Joe's. I'm gonna trust in G4. I'm gonna trust in JJ. I'm gonna trust in Landon, Jazzy. I'm gonna get that group in. So hopefully, they bring it home.
Coach,
I wanted them to make me believe. I wanted them to.
Hold on.
I wanted them. I needed more from them. I told them. I said I needed more from you. I said it on this podcast.
Yep.
First 2 episodes.
Okay.
St. Joe's is taking a W.
Hey,
but you got Canisius and always
I do. And so this is just gonna set up potentially the MMA championship down the road. And I thought
Coach Stevie said it. Y'all heard.
I'm out here. I just making bold takes. I guess you can clip me if you want, but.
They will because did y'all see
Newport? No, Grand Island.
Grand Island.
Coach's Corner. How do you like this?
Clipped you sitting right in that seat.
I'm starting to get trolled by the kids, man.
Then they went out and won by I think 14.
Listen, and they hit me with what you got to say now. I apologize. My bad, Grand Island. I don't want no smoke. So you going with St. Joe's?
Yeah, I really like what they did pre-holiday break. I like the energy that they had on the defensive end. We spoke on Landon earlier, and him being on ball allows JJ and G4 to play off ball.
Okay.
And when those two are playing off ball in gaps, being able to defensive rebound, push and transition, I wanted more. They gave it to me. I'm taking St. Joe's.
Gave it to you.
Okay.
Pause. That is crazy. We almost made the show.
Almost.
You looked me dead in my eyes and they gave it to you. That is crazy. That is, wow. G4 and J. All right. You're going to hear about that in the group chat.
Yeah, I know.
That's a fact. Listen. I want all the smoke. I'm going Canisius. I'm going Canisius.
All right.
I'm going Canisius. I like the way they've been playing. Both teams are battle tested. I think it'll be a tightly contested game. But to win those games consistently, night in and night out, I got to give St. Joe's credit for what they're doing, but I just think that's just tough to do.
Sure.
And they keep proving me wrong. I guess it's a win-win because those are my guys anyway. So if they win, I'm excited for them on one side.
Sure, hear about it too. So.
Oh yeah, but I love all the smoke, and I'll get the text message, and I don't care. I'm going Canisius, and we'll see what it look like. They know it's all love, and it's in good fun. What other big games we got coming up?
I got a battle of the undefeateds on that same night.
Who we got?
Medina at Wilson.
So I think this is gonna be a big test for Medina, right? Because they've had some tests, they've played, but Wilson's really good.
Yes.
Wilson is really good.
10-0 right now.
Aiden Newman is top 5 in scoring.
Yes.
They got the big Seamus who stepped his game up from last year to this year.
Yep.
And the kid Ryan
Hugh Ho.
Yeah, he can.
I've heard it a couple different ways.
Yeah,
but
he can play as well. Well coached team. I got a chance to see them, so that's gonna be a big test. I'm gonna go Wilson. Medina takes their first loss.
Yeah, I think as much as I like Neely's game, I think Wilson has too much, and I think they can hit you different ways, and I think so. I'm gonna go Wilson.
Yeah, I like Wilson there just because of the X factor in Seamus George. He is a big bruiser. He is, he's going to probably get close to 7 offensive rebounds per game, if not more. And so someone of that size, you have to figure out how are you going to defend him. And then if you defend him, okay, then you have Newman on the outside doing what he does best. So I like Wilson, and Medina's going at Wilson. Medina's going to Wilson?
Yes.
Medina's going to Wilson.
Yeah, so I've seen a couple of there's stories online too of Wilson's student section and how they're packing the gym a little bit, and I can only imagine their recent success. They're gonna have a lot more people in that gym than maybe they're used to.
We got Global Tap.
Yeah,
small schools, battle of the small schools, both ranked in the top 10. Tap undefeated. Coach Stevie, who we got?
Global undefeated too. They 5-0.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take Global. I like Jose Castro. I like Eric Davis Jr. a lot.
I like it.
And I think I mentioned pace earlier. I think they play with really good pace, and I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see that game, but I think I'm going to take Global in that one.
That's going to be a very up and down game because they play with pace, and so does
Tapestry.
So that's going to be a very up and down game. I'm going to have to give the edge to Tapestry. I think they got more horses.
Sure.
Than Global. Now, how conditioned Global are and able to get up and down and maybe play big minutes, but when you're going 10, 11 guys off the bench, like that's tough. So I'm gonna say Tap.
Tap they have, like you said, they have a lot of interchangeable pieces.
Yep.
When one subs out or two subs out, like they're just subbing in the same identical role. They get up and down. I'm assuming they close out this game versus Eden, and that'll put them at 8-0 in the season.
Yep.
This game is January 15th, so I'm going Global.
Oh, okay. Tapestry. Okay, I got Tapestry set. We got Will North, my sleeper pick. I just want to keep saying that because people will sleep on Will North. Will North versus Jamestown.
Yes.
I think this is a victory that Will North will get. I'm gonna take Will North over the AAA powerhouse, Jamestown. So I'm gonna say Will North. Chris, don't let me down. Grayson, don't let me down. I'm going Will North.
It's tough because Jamestown has to travel ways away.
Okay.
It is a hour and a half, 2 hour ride potentially around there.
Okay.
I like what Jamestown's been doing the last couple games. I think they've righted the ship a little bit since their initial loss to St. Joe's.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Jamestown. I think Farmer and Dominic Gonzalez carry, but it is going to be a good matchup. It's 2 wings versus 2 guards, and essentially who's going to check who and who's going to get the best of who. So I'm gonna go Jamestown.
I'm gonna take the others of Will North to pull them through. So,
yeah, I think I'm gonna go Will North as well. I think the supporting cast behind the top 2, top 3, I think they know their roles, they've accepted their roles, and I think they will help Will North pull out another big victory after their victory over Orchard Park. And yes, I will be in the building. Because my daughter got dance, but I'm gonna get there.
Perfect. So you gonna get your first Coach's Corner interview?
Hey, you know what? Why not? Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, fellas, we're going to get ready to get up out of here, man. Any final thoughts? Anything you want to leave the people with, man? The reception has been great. Again, man, I'm blessed to have you guys be a part of the podcast, helping me lay this foundation down and build something great for Western New York to continue to come. But any final thoughts on you guys you want to leave the fans with, man? We're going to be more consistent now as far as the fact that now the holidays is out the way.
Yes, we will.
Traveling is out the way.
So we're trying to make sure we drop an episode every 2 weeks and be a little bit more consistent on that end because the kids appreciate it. I do want to say, shout out to everybody that's following. Shout out to everybody that's sharing. Shout out to everybody that's liking, subscribing a YouTube page, Facebook, Twitter, all of that stuff. When I tell you it's helping and it's pushing out our area, that was the whole purpose of starting this, right? To spread awareness. I can't say who because I can't say names, but I had a coach, a D1 coach, messaged me last night and asked me for a certain person's contact info based upon that they kept seeing their name, they kept seeing certain performances, and they wanted to know more about the kid, right? Those are the things that I think is extremely dope. I'll never share the names. I'll never share the coaches because that part is irrelevant because it's not about that, but it's about the fact that the people are helping push out the area, right? If it helps one kid, it helps the next kid. Because if one kid goes and put on, it's like, well, what's going on over there? It got to be somebody else. Well, who is he competing against? It got to be somebody else. 100%. And now we cannot be an under-recruited area. We can be an area that's shown because we have talent in the area. We do. We have a ton of talent in the area. I just posted a list, almost 40 kids that's playing at the next level over the last 3 years. Facts. You can't tell me that we can't do it. But we just need to continue to push. So shout out to everybody that's following, liking, sharing. You guys are leading the charge. We're just laying the foundation down, and you're sharing it. We love you, and we really, really do appreciate that, man. I think that's dope. The things that's popping off. Those are like my final thoughts that I got.
Yeah. So what I have realized with this podcast, if I don't go first, then my thoughts get stolen and taken. But nonetheless, it's truly just an appreciation to the fans. It truly is. The amount of times where I've gotten hit up on my IG, when's the next episode coming out? Hey, coach, it's been 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. Like, yeah, coming. Like, what's next? What's next? Like, it shows that, you know, what we're doing is, you know, something that has been needed, and, you know, they have responded by showing the love, showing the support, by liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all those things. And again, just helping shed light on Western New York hoops. As I always say, we're just some coaches that like to talk basketball.
Come on.
And at the end of the day, I mean, if this can be a platform for others to, you know, gain success and you know, find other avenues within themselves, let it be, you know, at the next level, then, you know, then we're doing our job here. And again, all we're doing is just some coaches talking basketball. Facts. So again, thank you to the people. We greatly appreciate it. Continue to like, share, subscribe, you know, and I'll just leave it right there.
Continue to reach out to us also of things that you like and things you want to see. So if there's a question you want to pose, if there's a, you know, bucket or brick that you have that you want us to answer, let us know. You know, reach out to Coach's Corner page directly. Reach out to one of us. But we want to get you involved in this as much as possible. We want to have, you know, the fan support. We want to have the athlete support, the coaches support. So if you want something, let us know. We'll see if we can incorporate it in the next couple shows.
Fellas, man, I'm not mad at that, man. That wraps up the episode, man. We did it. Episode 3 is in the books. Yes, last but not least, most importantly, as we shout out the fans, we shout out everybody else. We love everybody. We got to shout out a couple of the people that help sponsor and do some things for us, man. And I just want to say I appreciate you. Shout out to my guys over at Crossbar. My man Nathan, he sponsors all the Player of the Game shirts that I give out to the kids. So shout out to Nathan over there at Crossbar Athletics. We love you, man. We appreciate you. And then Tony over there at Empire Electric. And he's Tony always, P. Tony P. He's behind the scenes guy, but I appreciate him so much in the sense of he's always reaching out. Always, he'll hit me up and give me information on games that's missing and things like that. But he also helps push the podcast forward. Those things is dope, and you can't miss them. Gotta love it. So if you're looking to support the podcast, you're looking to support Coach's Corner, you can hit us up. Follow right here, man. Just send me an email and you can do what you need to do. We're here for y'all. Episode 3 is in the books. Episode 4 is on the way. Coach's Corner, we out.